Hello, Pisces. Welcome and welcome back to Pisces Network, you guys. Woo, child. Woo, child. Woo-ha. Woo. Let me stop. I be being too goofy in the beginning, y'all. I'm so sorry. Pisces, we're going to get into another reading for you guys. Did it just start raining? I don't think so. That might be the wind. It's been crazy with the weather. So much weird weather and just weird things going on, but we're going to figure out the messages that Spirit has for you guys. I just want you guys to know that I am a regular person, okay? I am not God, nor do I claim to be or want to be. Please understand that I am a regular person and therefore these messages are somewhat subjective. So you have to be objective about the way you choose to receive these messages, the way that you choose to incorporate these messages into your life. That's why I tell you guys, don't bring anything into your life that doesn't belong, because you definitely should not be basing all of your decisions in life on tarot. I want this to be a healthy, safe space for you guys, and I want you to have the right perspective and expectations, because I really do love and care about you guys. Even though I don't know you, I know we have parasocial relationships going on these days, and it can get very murky. But I want you guys to know that my intention is not to scare you or make you feel fear, but to remind you of the power that God, Source, Spirit has in your life, whoever you believe in, universe, and to reinforce your ability to have autonomy and empowerment, okay? And I appreciate all of you guys for being here. So shout out to all of my subscribers, members, and moderators. They have this new setting on live streams where you guys can get like crowns and stuff like that. And you guys can be basically celebrated for your participation in the live stream. So I'm trying to figure out a streaming platform like OBS. I'm trying to figure out how in OBS I can get that type of stuff on the screen. Y'all, I be working backhand, or not backhand, but back end. I'll be doing back end work, child, okay? So that the experience can be fun, because OBS is free. And I was using StreamYard before, and StreamYard was getting really expensive and kind of glitchy. So I'm trying to figure out how I can like highlight you guys' comments when we go live and like incorporate all of that into the software of OBS. But because I do have technological setbacks that I overcome, it takes me a little bit longer. So thank you guys for your patience. I know some of you guys miss the lives and you enjoy the lives, and we did the questions during the lives. And I think there may be a time coming soon where we might be able to bring those back. I just wanted to give you guys the updates before we get started while I shuffle, and just let you know how much I appreciate you in this setting that we have going on here, okay? So let's see. This is just messages for Pisces Spirit. Guardian angels, archangels, spirit guides, and ancestors of the highest vibration. Father, Mother, God, for Pisces. Your energy feels really smooth. Ooh, as soon as I said that, see? It does, though. Your energy feels really smooth. Let's see, Spirit. What is it that Pisces needs to know at this time? The most important information. Oh, I just heard thunder. There'll be thunder. Doom, doom, doom. There'll be lightning. Doom, doom, doom. There'll be thunder. And we'll collide. Man, I love me some Tina Turner, y'all. On dry land. What is the message for Pisces? What does Pisces need to know at this time? What does Pisces need to know at this time, Spirit, most importantly, when it comes to their life and situations? Okay. Okay. Ooh, the Ice Queen. Not y'all being icy. I was about to say icy spicy. Ooh. Girl, bye. Don't chase after things or people that have left you in the cold. Practice the subtle art of detachment. Okay. Not a bad idea. Especially if people have treated you in a weird way. Ooh. So either that's what you guys are doing or that's what you guys are being advised to do. Okay. Ooh, my nails look a little dirty, y'all. I'm sorry. The sex worker. It says, discover the places in your life where you are selling your talents, power, or yourself for personal or financial gain. And the drama queen, things aren't as bad as they seem. Careful not to overreact to situations while emotions are running high. Yeah. This goes back to that value of money, like the way you look at money. Yeah. So there's a situation that may look bad on the surface that you guys could be experiencing financially. And Spirit doesn't want you to over exaggerate. Okay. They don't want you to revert back to old habits or deal with toxic people for you. You know, because people can be totally fine for other people, but they may be toxic for you. So they don't want you to deal with people, places, things, situations that are basically toxic for you just because you feel like a situation may be dire or you feel like a situation may be difficult. Okay. There could be some energetic like reactions that are happening because you're separating yourself from people who kind of like abandoned you or kind of drained your energy. There could also be a person here who, I don't know what I'm feeling. I'm trying to describe it. It's kind of like a situation where you know that you're not getting what you deserve, or you know that you're not getting what you're worth. You're not being treated the way you deserve to be treated. And somebody may be making a big deal out of your choice to detach. Or you may feel like there's going to be some type of repercussion. Yeah, there's the rain. You may feel like there could be a repercussion for your choice to detach. Y'all hear the rain? Hold on, let me turn the mic down. I turned it back up. I don't know if y'all could hear it. It just be starting. Okay. What else for Pisces? What is the message? Go with the flow. The number one. Who's number one? You know, and just because you're number one in your life doesn't mean that other people don't matter. It just means that overall, like, and I was going to talk to you guys about this too. Like, a lot of our society right now is focusing on self, right? Everybody's talking about self-preservation. Or, you know, me being me. You know, everybody wants to say that they're the star player in their own life. They're the main character in their own life. And I don't think anything's wrong with that. But one thing I feel is important when it comes to any type of self-improvement, self-development, healing, changes, transformations, is that you understand balance. And there's this aspect of self-preservation that can be detrimental because then you forget about community. And I think that it's important to balance that and know that while it is important to maintain healthy boundaries with people and take care of yourself first, the reason for you doing that needs to also remain in the forefront of your awareness. So it's like the reason that we need to focus on improving ourselves and transforming and becoming evolved versions of who we are is because when we show up in the world within our communities and we impact the people in our communities or influence the people in our communities, then we're able to provide some type of value. Do y'all see what I'm saying? So there could be someone here who feels threatened or judgmental. I don't even think it's like threatened, but it kind of feels that way because when you judge people, there's some type of animosity underlying that. And I think that there could be a person here who feels possibly a little bit judgmental of you because you chose yourself or because you chose to distance your energy from situations that depleted you. And they may be trying to make a big deal out of it or make you stressed about it when that's not actually when it's not actually as bad as what they're trying to make it seem. However, the fact that someone could be a bit dramatic about it towards you or make it seem like it's a bigger deal than what it is, that attitude and you observing that attitude could be amplifying the personal struggles or challenges that you're working actively to overcome, right? So if people in your family are upset with you for distancing yourself or trying to better yourself and kind of removing your energy from their situations, the feelings that come to them from your choice could also amplify the difficulty that you could be facing while taking this action. Okay, we have Rebel at the bottom, 22. Look, and then we have transformation. So 222. I feel like you're making a lot of decisions that go against what others may think are right. And this could be judgment from any place. It doesn't just have to be your family. What else for Pisces? Breakthrough. Interesting. I forgot to set that timer. Even though we always go over the timer, it's just a mental reminder. 26 is breakthrough. So the wave is crashing onto the shore. You could be coming ashore in a metaphorical sense, right? Like spirit is trying to lead you to a certain place or bring you to a certain destination. 33, completion. And then we have 16, royalty. What was the other one? It was rebel. What was it? Yeah, it was rebel and transformation. That's right. You may be doing something completely different from what people expected you to do or thought that you were going to do. But now that a situation is coming to some type of completion or there's a resolution here, I feel like you're realizing that you deserve a lot better when it comes to the way you've been treated. And I feel like other people are also seeing the change of your perspective about yourself. Okay? Once your transformation is complete, I feel like people are going to realize your power, or they're going to realize why you chose to make the decisions that you made. So it's like sometimes you just have to block it out. One more card for Pisces. Relax. Yeah. So this could be a breakthrough that some of you guys are having when it comes to how amplified something may feel. Like something could feel really serious, or it could feel extremely stressful, or it could feel really nerve-wracking. Somebody's banging in the bathroom. There's banging. And all the cats are in here with me. I think it's my downstairs neighbor. Okay, so funny. I got to whisper, bitch. Funny thing, earlier today, I was in the bathroom and my downstairs neighbor, somebody was in the house downstairs talking about, boy, boy, boy. Oh, shit. I was in the bathroom trying not to laugh. I was cracking up. And I think somebody is like, because I can hear, it's so crazy. I can hear, like, when they have their fan on in the bathroom, but I can't hear anybody talking. So it's so strange. It's like the pipes are transferring the sound. And I heard somebody say, boo, boo, boo. Okay, wait. Okay. Oh, okay. So there's something, okay, you guys. So whatever it is that you're stressed about right now, it's going to work itself out. We have royalty again at the bottom. Okay. And then we have deception. Yeah, it's like somebody's trying to deceive you into thinking whatever your judgment call is could be wrong, or there's some type of deception here about like the journey that you're on, and spirit is telling you like chill. chill chill relax. Let me see. It's like spirit doesn't want you to make decisions to, be around people or deal with situations or settle for things because you're being made to feel like, oh, excuse me, because you're being made to feel like the choices that you're making are wrong. Like, where are you selling yourself short? Where are you sacrificing your integrity or your autonomy for personal gain or for money and things like that? What is influencing you in that aspect? What else for Pisces? Stringing you along, not serious, leading you on, often on communication, inconsistencies, actions not matching words, misleading. Yeah, so this doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It's just someone who, like, okay, with actions not matching words, it could be someone who talks a good game, but they don't walk the walk. They talk the talk, but they don't walk the walk. It kind of feels like somebody's judging you. And it's like they're trying to come across as like, I don't know how they're trying to come across, but it's like they're trying to send you this message that what you're doing is wrong, but they're not like squeaky clean themselves. And it's not like you're judging them for whatever their choices are. It's just more so like, as from your perspective, Pisces, like, why are you judging me, sir or ma'am, when you yourself are kind of like inconsistent or, disingenuous? Like, how can you judge me for the choice that I choose to make or the path that I choose to follow when you yourself are kind of like aimless? That's kind of the energy that I'm feeling. Bait and switch, false advertising. See what I'm saying? Counterfeit, flipping the script, meeting the representative facade. Yeah. So somebody's presenting themselves in a way that's inauthentic to like who they really are. They talk a good game, but they can't walk the walk that they talk. Projection. See what I'm saying? Y'all know. Y'all already know. Y'all already know. You saw this. You could read. Pisces, don't make me come through here and I just want to dap you up, not slap you. I'm talking about, how when people see each other, they be on point with each other and it's just like, yes, the energy. That's how I feel about you reading this person before they try to distort what you were saying or distort what you were doing or try to convolute your words or, jumble up your mind. Because I feel like somebody's trying to jumble up your mind or make you feel like what you're doing isn't right. Like, I don't know. I had a conversation with someone about this the other day where it's like in a lot of religious spaces, they say that you never know when you're speaking to one of God's angels, right? And it's not just religious spaces. People say this all the time. We've said it before. You never know when you're talking to one of God's angels, or, you know, in religious terms, God's disciples, messengers. You never know when God is speaking to you through somebody. And I always tell you guys, I am not religious, but I believe in God. And I believe that God is in each and every one of us. And I'm not talking about some weird, you know, demon God. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the pure and authentic source of creativity and the source of life that is inherently housed within us before we're ever tainted or influenced by the negativity of this world. And the purity of that has always been in my soul. And I've never said anything different. You get what I'm saying? The way that I see God may be different than the way that you see God, because we're all individuals. And I don't think anyone should tell a person who God is or what God is in their life. That's why when I say whoever you pray to, that's why. So it's like, because of the fact that you don't know how God is going to move and work, it's kind of like disingenuous or inauthentic or very presumptuous of a person to assume that they know how God is moving within you. And what it feels like to me is that with this deception card, bait and switch, string along, and projection, it's like somebody is trying to project this reality onto you that whatever you're doing for money is beneath you, or it's like unacceptable when it comes to how you should be living or what you should be doing, right? And I just don't think that's right. And I feel like you peeped game on somebody. I don't know what this is. This could even just be, it doesn't have to be with how you earn money, but it could just be with your personal beliefs and things that you know, do for hobbies, you know, the way you encounter people and have conversations. Nobody can judge you for who it is that you are and what you do. Nobody can tell you that you're right or wrong, because who the fuck are they? You get what I'm saying? Everybody thinks that they can determine God's will, but no one can do that. And if there's a desire that our source creator has to try to cleanse the energy of the world of negativity and balance the scales in a lot of our spaces and communities, you never know how God is going to move. I said what I said. The projection card says in denial, defensive, putting one's feelings onto others, right? Transferring one's behavior onto others, right? Pointing the finger, making assumptions and accusations. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, because of somebody's choices, because of a person's individual decisions and their individual experience and the way that they see a situation, they're projecting that and trying to put that on you to make you question the choices that you've made to either distance yourself, or the choices that you made when it comes to making money, or the choices that you've made when it comes to how you choose to live your life. And that's on them. And I think you peeped game. This person is going to have a breakthrough at some point later in their life. So you don't have to stress yourself out trying to convince them of anything. We talked about this before, where I told you guys, like, you don't have to basically like plead your case. I think we had a few readings about that recently, where it's like people may be trying to corner you or back you into a corner to, you know, basically get you, explain yourself, Pisces, explain yourself. Chill, homie G Slice, relax. I don't have to explain nothing to you. This is what I choose to do, and that's what you chose to do. And because we're two totally different people, you have every right to make your decision, and therefore I have every right to make mine. I don't have to explain to you why I chose to do what I do. I don't have to explain to you my reasoning, nor do you have to explain it to me. But I think somebody is trying to project what their experience is in a situation onto you. And it's like they're making you, or they're trying to make you agree with them or believe them or like side with them, or they're trying to get you to see things their way, when it's like, listen, we're totally different people. And I might not agree with you. I can understand and empathize with you all day, but we may not agree. And that's okay. Okay? One more card. That's crazy. Captivated. Attracted, alluring, enticing, mesmerized, desirable, interested. There could be someone stringing you along, making you think that they're more interested in you than what they are. You know, don't let that stress you out for sure, because that's old news. But it feels like more so someone is captivated by you. They're captivated by what you do. They're captivated by your ability to maybe be successful, or your ability to possibly have some type of victory in a situation where they weren't able to have victory. Because that's what it feels like. It feels like a person who is judging you because of their experience, and that's partially due to the fact that their experience was different from yours, and their experience ended up having a more, quote unquote, conventionally negative outcome, right? Like if somebody goes to a nail salon and you want to get your nails done at this nail salon, but then you read a review online where someone said it was horrible, but when you went there, your experience was really positive. Right? You never know what type of influence was affecting that person when it comes to their decisions at the nail shop. You never know what was happening that day. Like maybe there was an employee there that ended up getting fired or let go because of that situation. Like you cannot base what your experience is going to be from someone else's choices. And they can't judge you for choosing to walk down a certain path and have your own experience, and then be mad at you if it turned out better for you than it did for them. I don't know. That's how it feels. This is a test. The universe is testing you. Someone is testing your limits. Yeah. Getting on your last motherfucking nerve. Teach people how to treat you. Potential to relapse. Yeah. I feel like this is talking about a potential to relapse back to like questioning yourself. This is kind of like talking about a potential to, kind of relapse into a place where you were seeking approval from other people and kind of disowning your own intuition and discernment. And spirit doesn't want you to revert back to that, because that's an unhealthy place for you to be. And you know that to be true because of the people who have kind of left you feeling cold or abandoned in your life. But someone really is getting on your nerves. And I feel like spirit is saying, go with the flow and relax. You don't have to do anything in this situation, because eventually there's going to be some type of breakthrough that they have to know what I'm saying in this situation. But also I feel like you're having a breakthrough as well, where you're deciding like, hey, I can't control what you're going to think or feel or say. So therefore, I'm realizing through this breakthrough that I can't control what you think or feel or say, that I don't have to be stressed about it or dramatize the situation just because that's what you're doing. Ooh, Pisces, I'm scared of you. Celebration. I'm scared of you, Pisces. I'm telling you, y'all are really making waves and creating change in your life. And it's just like this energy that's just so potent. And I'm just like, yes. Okay. Ooh, I'm proud of you guys. So proud. I'm like a proud mama watching their kids graduate. I just can't hold it. I'm not crying. I know I was crying the other day, but no, I'm just joking. But I am proud of you guys, and I'm proud of myself, and I'm proud of like all of the things that a lot of us kind of collectively have been working to overcome, that have been so deeply embedded within us, like that negativity and things like that. And it's like, that's why spirit is saying this is a test, because now that you have completed, okay, we saw the completion card. Now that you've completed this level of like evolution, they're testing you to make sure that these philosophies and, updated more evolved belief systems are like concretely embedded within you, so that when you get to this next level, nothing can trigger you as much as it has in the past, to where you revert back so horribly to these things, you know? It's like they're like, yeah, Pisces is ready. I feel like your spirit team is really proud of you. And I feel like you have to trust yourself, and you guys, you know, walk with your head held high, okay? What's the message? Any more cards for Pisces when it comes to this message? Yeah. Access denied. Putting up a boundary. You're blocking out communication from someone. You could literally be blocking someone, but this more so feels like the naysayers, or like I said, whoever this is or whatever the situation is where somebody was trying to project their experience onto you. If you're hearing communication, or you're hearing things on social media, or you're hearing people talking and saying or doing things that trigger a part of you that you've healed from, you're kind of like very emotionally detached or cold when it comes to like allowing these triggers to affect you, because that's what's going on right now. They're trying to trigger all of us to be just at our wits' end. They're dancing on our last nerve with all of this foolishness. And it's like, you're putting up this, like, no, like Two of Swords type of energy. Like, I refuse. I rebuke it. Okay? And if this is an individual, like, conversation that you're having with another person, you're like, nah. We have desires at the bottom, and then we have balance. Yeah, someone is desiring you, but you put up a boundary, or someone like admires you. I also heard desire, admire, but you know that there's a situation that needs more balance, or this person needs more balance when it comes to their perspectives. You know, this could also be someone's desires. They may not be desiring you, but this could be someone's intentions or the things that they want to achieve and accomplish. And it's kind of like, whatever you want to do in your life, you feel free to do that, but you can't use my energy to do that. I think that's what you're doing. Wow. One more card for Pisces. Submerged emotions in reverse. We have toxic family and tarot reading. Interesting. Yeah, somebody's feelings are coming up to the surface that were submerged about tarot reading and toxic family dynamics. I don't know if your family members are judging you for watching tarot, reading tarot, but that's kind of what it feels like. This could also be a situation where someone grew up in a toxic family dynamic where tarot or spirituality or divination was abused and used in an unhealthy way. Somebody might be trying to have, like, it feels like somebody's trying to have a tarot intervention. Like they're acting like you're an addict or something. That's kind of what it feels like. Now, if you are watching tarot too much and you are exhibiting traits of addiction, but I'm not a doctor, lawyer, or psychologist, so please don't take this as medical advice. If you're exhibiting traits of addiction and you're continuing to watch tarot and you're not in a healthy mental, emotional, or physical space, or spiritual space, you need to do what you need to do to get that back in balance, okay? Some of you guys are being advised of that, but for majority of you guys, it kind of feels like, okay, it's kind of like if somebody else in your family was addicted to tarot or misused divination, abused divination, techniques. They are kind of like making assumptions that you're doing the same thing that they did, or you're going to have that same experience that they did. But they're not realizing that you're not them. You get what I'm saying? Like that type of putting that experience on you, or someone in your family who doesn't want to go to college or doesn't want you to go to college, because they had a bad college experience, or someone who wants you to go to college but you don't want to go, and they're like, "Oh, well, college was the best time in my life, and you're being, hard-headed or ignorant for, squandering this opportunity, because if you don't go to college, you're never going to amount to anything." It's like they're putting their experience on you. Do you see what I'm saying? I know y'all do. And I feel like this is exposing someone's true feelings about you, how they feel about you, how they feel about your beliefs, how they feel about what you do. It's exposing their true feelings about it. It's possibly exposing. I almost said exploding, bitch. It's possibly exposing their true feelings about you, blocking them or denying access to them, or look, 8 of Cups, walking away from them, letting them know that they need to get themselves together. I feel like with that stringing you along card, we saw the bait and switch card and the projection. It kind of feels like trolling. Like somebody is trolling you to get a reaction. And I just don't think you're buying it, because I just feel like you're too far progressed. Okay. What is this situation? What is this message about? Show me what Pisces needs to know. Hangman. Yeah, it's like someone wants to make you feel bad, make you feel guilty. With the Hangman, it's kind of like, it is an energy of feeling stuck, right? With the Hangman energy. But it's also like public scrutiny, public embarrassment, like being stuck. It could be considered like looking at things from a different perspective as well. You look at things from a different perspective. That's what this is about. You don't have the same perspective as everybody else around you. 4 of Pentacles and the 3 of Pentacles. That's 7 Pentacles. So it's like, I also feel like you're able, that's a gift. That's an ability. You're able to look at situations and perspectives from a different perspective. You're able to see everyone's side and understand in a very balanced way how everyone could be feeling when it comes to, their individual opinions. But I also feel like you hold very firmly. Ooh, hold on, you guys. I also feel like you hold very firmly to your own personal beliefs, and you're not going to be moved. Because I feel like you've invested a lot of time and energy into the work that you do on yourself, and like recognizing the things that you wouldn't let go of, the things that were holding you back. And it's like, even though people may have valid points for their own respective lives, you just see things differently. And I feel like someone is trying to possibly like embarrass you, because you spent so much time like being, I guess, in the spiritual community or adopting these philosophies. Ooh, bless me. Thank you. Ooh. What's the Hangman? Okay, we have the Hermit, the Emperor, and the 7 of Cups. Yeah, I also feel like you've learned a lot about control with this Emperor energy. The illusion of control, the illusions of power. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Are you is somebody asking you questions about what you know? I don't know. I feel like it goes together, and then we put this right here. Yeah, you're very educated. You've spent a lot of time gaining knowledge and wisdom. There's some type of illusion or mysticism or mystery surrounding this Emperor energy, like this allure. I don't know. King of Cups and the Tower. Yeah. It's like you've learned the tactics of people who want to get you to blow up or explode or succumb to your emotions. The King of Cups is very balanced and stable, and he's not like, he's got a good poker face because he doesn't allow for external influences or things going on around him to affect his emotional state or the balance that he's had. I feel like you've learned to have this balance when it comes to people who want to create this confusion or like ask you questions that are leading into some type of like trap, you know? Like people sometimes only ask you, they don't want to hear what the fuck you have to say. They just want to ask you questions so that you'll answer in a particular way, and therefore it'll lead them to the point that they're trying to, leading questions. That's what it is. Somebody's not asking you questions because they want to know the answer or they want to gain any knowledge from you. Yeah. It's just because they want to win the argument. Okay. What's Pisces energy in this situation? Nine of Wands. Putting up a boundary. Like, bitch, if you... I just heard, oh, sit down. Six of Wands. Yeah, you know somebody wants attention. You know somebody wants attention. It's like you've already graduated or overcome this hurdle in your life, and you're not going to entertain it. Like you're not going to give it any of your energy. I feel like you've successfully set a boundary with somebody. You expected this, though. I feel like you saw this coming. What's the Nine of Wands for Pisces energy? This just seems like a situation where somebody's debating with you or something. They want to win an argument. What's the Nine of Wands? Page of Cups. It's like you feel like someone is being really like, why are you so defensive? It's like you just meet a person and it's like they're already arguing with you and you're like, really? Really? Like, Page of Swords. You just met this person and they're already asking you all these questions. And then it shifts into this like weird dynamic. What the fuck? What's the Page of Cups with the Nine of Wands for Pisces energy? Yeah, Ace of Wands. I feel like your goal is to just be happy, to just continue bopping around, having a good time, being in your own world. And you're very protective over that. Like the things that you're very curious about, the things that you're passionate about, the things that spark your creativity, right? I feel like you can feel the pressure that someone's trying to put on you when it comes to them, like forcing you kind of to think a certain way or trying to get you to feel a certain way, trying to get your attention, doing things that are like grandiose or extra triggering to get your attention, trolling. Six of Pentacles and the Empress. I feel like someone's picking up on your energy. You've received something recently that gave you an idea that you wanted to pursue, or it motivated you to pursue something creative. I also feel like you have a gift of creativity curiosity, inquisitiveness. And it creates, like, your energy creates this like vacuum. You know in in GTA 5 when you can do the cheat code that like makes you have a force field around you. That's kind of what it feels like. It feels like your force field is really strong. May the force be with you, Pisces. Your force field is really strong and it attracts people to you, but sometimes it attracts people to you because they want to compete with you. And I feel like you were trying to give somebody information or you were trying to give somebody knowledge, but instead of like letting you teach them, I think I talked about this on the underground in a love reading. I don't know if it was in the one I released or the one that I'm gonna release, but it's like instead of like seeing you as a teacher, somebody wanted to kind of control the situation. What's this Emperor energy? Oh, High Priestess reversed. I know you lying. Yeah, it's like somebody's trying to get you to go against your intuition. Four of Swords. And the Magician. Okay. What's the High Priestess reversed? Four of Swords. Oh my gosh. King of Swords and the Fool. Yeah, it's like this is crazy because it's like you know that no matter what you say or no matter what you do, someone is going to continue to try to like prove you wrong or embarrass you or compete with you or like turn the conversation around, create these confusing like innuendos and give you these leading questions. But it's like you know the strategy already, or you know what someone's goal is, what their intentions are, because you've seen it so many times before. So it's like it doesn't affect you. You're free of it. You're at peace with it. You're not going to argue. You're not going to fight with people. You're just going to kind of like observe. And you really don't have to say anything because whatever this is, like, I don't know if somebody's trying to be mysterious. I don't know what somebody's trying to do, but it's like you're not really trying to figure out what somebody's trying to do. You just can see that there's some type of manipulation going on, or you can see that someone's not using their intuition, or they're like, they're trying to make you question your intuition. Is like, that's how it feels. What's the Seven of Cups? What's the Seven of Cups? Because, like, even in the King of Swords, even in the Seven of Cups, y'all, the card talks about, like, choices, right? And being confused or trying to figure out what the right choice is to make. You know, you're questioning what choice to make, questions someone could be asking you. Like, it's a card that talks about there being so many different possibilities or outcomes with any given situation, right? And it's all about your intentions. It's all about the driving force that's within you when it comes to like what you want the outcome to be. You get what I'm saying? And I've said this before, like it doesn't matter what the tool is. It's not about the tool. It's about the intention that the individual using the tool puts behind the tool, right? You can use a knife to cook, but you can also use a knife to cut, and it doesn't always end up being food. So, you know what I mean? Like, you can't say, oh, the knife is bad. No, the person choosing to use the knife in a nefarious way is bad. And I think that's this King of Swords energy. It's like, this is elementary for you. And I think somebody is trying to like, I don't know. It's like somebody's trying to challenge that. Yeah, Two of Pentacles. And the Page of Wands. Yeah, it's like whatever communication or conversation that you're having back and forth with somebody is confirming that they don't know what the fuck they talking about. And even if they do, you're fine with that. You're like, hey, if you know what you're talking about for your own life, that's cool. More power to you, honey. But that, just because that's your reality doesn't make it my reality. I think that's what you got. That's the point of what you guys are kind of like dealing with. What's the King of Swords? Oh, wow. 2 cards came out. 5 of Cups and the 4 of Wands. Yeah. Somebody is confused as to what the cause is for their sorrow. They're confused as to what the cause is for their pain. They're confused as to the reason for their confusion, but you're clear on it, like, because you're intuitive. You went to a higher level with the Hermit. Right? This is just like personal beliefs. Like, everybody can have their own beliefs. But someone lost a home, or they went through a breakup, a divorce, or something like that. Maybe they lost friends. They went through a really hard, depressing time in their life. But you know why that happened, or you understand the confusion behind that. It's kind of like somebody blaming you for their life falling apart. I don't think that's what this is. I don't necessarily think this person is blaming you for why their life fell apart. But I think that they're misconstruing why their life fell apart, or they're blaming the wrong thing when it comes to why they experienced some type of turmoil or hardship. 4 of Pentacles again, and the 9 of Cups. Yeah, and it's like now they think they know everything, or now they think they're fully aware of like what's going on and why it happened. But it's like, it's like everything that somebody is asking you about or talking to you about, you know exactly why something is happening. I feel like you know that someone needs more balance in their life and they haven't found it yet. And I don't think you're judging them, but I think like, excuse me, whatever reason that this is happening, you're fully aware of it. You may not be telling someone what you know because you know that they're not going to listen, or they're going to try to do whatever that manipulative thing is to try to twist the conversation or twist your words. It's like you could help this person, but they don't want your help, or they're not receiving or receptive of your help. So what's hidden in the situation that Pisces doesn't see or needs to see? 9 of Cups reversed. Somebody thinks you're arrogant. Sun, then the Lovers. Oh, shit. Cosmo scared me. You scared me, Kitty Pooh. I'm sorry. You scared me. He was down there in his, yes, I see you. You gonna meow? He was down there with his black fur, and I saw him moving, and it scared me. Oh my God. So somebody may have been a little scared by you. I feel like somebody feels like you're arrogant. I know this is petty, right? But I think this is part of what you have to be prepared for. You get what I'm saying? It's like you have to be prepared for people to see your joy and see your freedom and to see your happiness and the love that you have in your heart and the radiation of light that comes from you. It's like you have to be prepared for people to be kind of like in awe or very flabbergasted, taken aback. Like if you saw an angel in the sky floating like this, you would be struck with some type of like amazement, okay? And I think that somebody sees you either as arrogant or childish. I don't know. Or naive. I don't know. What's this Nine of Cups reversed? The Queen of Swords. But in reality, it's like exactly the way that they see you is the exact way that they're coming off energetically. Again, that's where the projection is at. It's like they're projecting this idea of you onto you, the idea that they have of you onto you, but really that's their energy. Three of Wands, Nine of Swords. They're going to be thinking about your communication. Like, I don't know if you met someone and like had a conversation with them and you disagreed with them, or there was some type, whoever this is going to be thinking about your conversation for at least 3 days. I think someone may even feel a little bit guilty because they may feel like they upset you or made you unhappy, possibly. I feel like you communicated really clearly with someone. And it's this energy where it's like somebody, I feel like there's this energy with the Sun and the Lovers, the Three of Wands and the Nine of Swords, the Queen of Swords and the Nine of Cups reversed. It's like there's something about somebody, like whoever this is, whatever this conversation or communication is, I feel like somebody thought that whatever they were going to say would cause you to like think about your actions or think about yourself or change what you do. Like they thought that there was going to be such an impact on you from what they said, but it's actually going to flip. We saw the Wheel of Fortune earlier. It's going to flip around and they're going to be the ones that are impacted by what you said, because there's some type of like deep truth that you revealed to this person about life or about themselves that really kind of makes them possibly feel a lack of fulfillment or unhappy or kind of ashamed or regretful, remorseful about their actions, either through the conversation or through just their life. And I feel like they kind of were trying to have that effect on you and make you think, well, you shouldn't be doing what you're doing, or you shouldn't be saying what you're saying, or you should take what I have experienced and apply it to your life as if you're me. But you didn't do that. And it's like that result that they were trying to get from you didn't happen. And whatever they were trying to do to you, or whatever they were trying to get you to do, ends up turning around and being the thing that's riddling their mind. One more card for the Queen of Swords. Yeah, Six of Cups. Yeah, it's like I feel like you really see the past clearly. So you're able to understand the present moment and how things come together. Six of Swords, 2 sixes, and the Magician again. Okay. Spirit is guiding you in a particular direction. And I feel like it's so that you can share your power with people, whatever that power is, that ability to raise the collective's vibration. You're being guided to do that. The gifts that God has given you, you're being guided to share those gifts. And manifest this like more, it feels like a more positive reality. But it's like, I don't think people expect for you to be so wise or to be so smart. And they're misconstruing it as like arrogance or unhappiness or being delusional. When in reality, like, you just know. That's crazy. But this is the thing. It's like people have come towards you in the past and tried to manipulate you. So you see the signs. You see the signs of this type of behavior so very clearly. And because you speak the truth and because you like know who it is that you are and you can't really be like wavered, it makes people really uncomfortable. That's what it feels like to me. And it illuminates the unhappiness that they have within themselves of their own choices because they can't change your mind. That's crazy. Do y'all really see like how crazy this is? Because the deception, you get what I'm saying? Like they're threatened or upset or projecting onto you because you're not susceptible to the same programming as they've been susceptible to. And it's like, because it's truly anointed. Your anointing is so strong. And I'm not trying to blow smoke up your ass because y'all already know. But like, when you are of God, when you are connected to source, when you have the Spirit, the Holy Spirit flowing within you, right? And then you go out and you touch people and you talk to people and you share yourself with the world. It changes people. And it's really funny because I feel like somebody was really like harping or hunkering down, trying to get you to believe something about yourself, but you know yourself. And it didn't work. And it caused them to question who they are. Wow. Listen, that's love. That's purity with the Ace of Cups there. Yep. So why is this situation coming up in Pisces reading as far as something that they need to know? Yeah, Page of Pentacles. Because you're about to see how far your potential can go with the Page of Pentacles. You're about to see results of this. You're about to see real life examples of this. The Star. You're about to see proof that you've healed. You're about to see all of this transform in your life. And yeah, Four of Cups. Look at that. And I think a lot of you need to understand that there's going to be people who don't want whatever you're selling, or they don't want to buy what you're selling, or they don't want to receive what you're trying to share. Right? There's going to be people who are not on this wavelength. There are going to be people who doubt you. There are going to be people who feel like they've heard it all before. They're not going to give you a chance to speak. They're going to overtalk you. They're going to try to lead you into leading questions so that they can prove a point. They're going to be combative or confrontational. I feel like Spirit is trying to warn you that this could possibly happen. What's the Page of Pentacles for why this is coming up in Pisces reading? Seven of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, Spirit doesn't want you to waste time on these types of people or put too much energy into these types of situations. When it comes to like what you're working on, what you're focusing on, what your priorities are, your priority is to complete your goal. That's pretty much what this is. Don't spend a lot of time or invest a lot of energy trying to convince people of yourself or what you know. King of Cups. I know it's hard though, because sometimes that's the whole point. It's very hard. It's really hard because you can see the fallacy and the inaccuracy and the delusion. And it's difficult when you want for people to be freed from those chains. But sometimes people enjoy their bondage. And that's something that's hard for me to accept too. Sometimes people enjoy their bondage and they like to be chained up. It's a kink. It's a spiritual, energetic kink that they enjoy. They enjoy pain and suffering. And hangman energy, because you've been through a lot of things and you can see things from different perspectives, you understand. Now, the issue that I have personally that is hard for me to let go is the fact that may all be true, right? I may be able to lead a horse to water, but I can't make him drink, and neither can you. But what irritates me is that person or that individual who sees me leading other horses to water and then purposefully negates what I try to do or tries to stop me from leading other horses to water just because they don't want to drink. That's what I have a problem with. That's what I can't fuck with. It's like, okay, that's fine. You don't have to believe what I say. You don't have to listen to me, but you don't have to try to stop me from, trying to help other people or change other people's lives just because you don't want your life to change. That's the part that's the hardest for me to try to overcome and not be triggered by, y'all. I'll be honest with you. King of Cups, though, with the Seven of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, don't invest a lot of time thinking about situations or focusing on situations where people reject you or refuse some type of offer that you make. That's why it's coming up, because I feel like Spirit wants you to see the value of what you are doing, the value of the progress that you made, the value of how much you've healed, the value of what you know. And even if other people don't see that value, they want you to understand how important it is and what it does to people around you. What's the Hermit? One card. Ooh, the Seven of Swords. We have Seven of Swords, Seven of Cups, Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, stand on business. Stand on that business. Three of Cups and the Knight of Cups. What is that? Yeah, I feel like this is somebody who's just trying to debilitate you. Make you question what you already know. Make you question the path that you're on. That's just what it kind of feels like. Because someone else is disappointed. Whoever this is disappointed in their own choices. So it's like they want to take some type of power away from you, or they want to take some type of I don't want to say resources, but it's like they want to kind of distract you from the path that you're on and what you've learned by triggering you in these ways. That's what this feels like. But I feel like you've already learned how to overcome this. People who just don't appreciate you. So this could be the breakthrough that you're having. You could be realizing how to kind of combat this energy and block this type of projection. What's the advice? What's the advice for Pisces? Two of Pentacles. I'm going to shuffle that one more time. Yeah, I feel like Spirit just wants you to keep something balanced. What's the advice for Pisces? Page of Swords. Two of Pentacles. See? Yeah. They want you to keep your thoughts balanced. They want you to keep your energy balanced. They want you to ask questions. Yeah. Two of Pentacles, Two of Wands. Weigh the pros and the cons before you make a decision. Really, I feel like Spirit wants you to compare the information that you're receiving from sources wherever, whether it's a person, a situation, a social media post, communication. It's like they want you to balance the information that you're receiving with what it is you already know, and then that will help you to make a better decision about like how to feel, what to do next. What's the Page of Swords for the advice? Eight of Cups. I don't know if it was reversed or upright, but the Fool is at the bottom, and then we have the Five of Swords. Yeah, it's like you freed yourself from some type of emotional attachment to either a person who was envious or jealous of you, a person who was being petty with you, or a person who was depleting you of your energy. And the more you kind of go back and forth and see this situation clearly, the more you kind of understand what the right decision is to make. You're not coming back anymore. Spirit is definitely giving you the advice not to come back to a situation that you already left behind or a person you already left behind, because there's going to be this resentment, or like to free yourself from the emotional attachment that you feel to what somebody said or how somebody views you or someone's anger towards you walking away. It's kind of like, yeah. What's the Eight of Cups? Yeah, the Devil. And the Magician. And the Justice card. Libra, Taurus, Gemini, Capricorn. We also got Virgo out here, Pisces, Aries. We saw Aquarius with the Star. Leo with the Sun, Gemini with the Lovers. I feel like this was upright. I just feel like you guys are very determined to do what it is that you want to do. It's like, you know what I just heard? Especially because of this submerged emotions and the tarot thing, where I was talking about how somebody could be judging you about watching tarot, reading tarot, or being into divination or spirituality. I kind of feel like somebody is saying that the devil is manipulating you, or that like this could be a religious person judging you. And it's kind of like, you're with the Justice card, it's kind of like you're sitting here like, well, if the devil is manipulating me, then so be it, bitch. I'm manipulated. But it's like you're being sarcastic. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's not like really the devil manipulating you. It's because of someone else's like limiting beliefs, or like, it's like you see what they, this could be a religious person. I hope you're not getting into an argument with a religious person. But it's kind of like the same way they look at you as having chains on and being chained to the devil, you also look at them as having chains on and being chained to the devil because of the history of biblical information. I don't know what to say. I just feel like you're detaching from things that had a toxic hold on you or created some type of imbalanced dynamics. In an effort to create that balance. Yeah. Picking a hill and dying on it. Because that's just what it is. That is funny. That is crazy. Do you guys get what I'm saying? I know you do. Hold on. That's crazy. That's what it feels like, though. It feels like someone is judging you. And I said judgmental from the beginning before I said anything about tarot or religion or anything. I felt like somebody was being judgmental, or somebody's being very judgmental of you because of what you believe, or it's like somebody is trying to manipulate you in an effort to kind of distract you or confuse you about what you already know. It's kind of weird. What else does Pisces need to know when it comes to this reading, this message? Karmic partner in reverse. I don't know why I did that. Rich man, rich woman. Wow. Some of you are about to encounter a partner who's actually balanced and meant to be a part of your life. You guys could both be substantially wealthy or have a lot of positive things going for yourself, and they are not karmic because they actually match your energy, or they meet you where you are. You guys have equilibrium in the connection. This could just be in general, like coming across people who are less karmic in your life. And I feel like it's because you're starting to see these things more clearly, but we do have new love here. That's very interesting. Moving forward in your life. What else does Pisces need to know? Yeah, new love, self-employment. Some of you guys are having a lot of good things happening with your career, with your personal life, things like that. Self-care, pet, yeah. It's like you're loyal to, I feel like you're loyal to the decision that you made to fix the inconsistencies in your life. One more card for Pisces. Fitness, yeah. You literally could just be doing things like working on your business, really focusing on your business, working out, just working things out in your life, moving forward, spending time with pets, being loyal to the things that you enjoy. Like, I really don't think you care about what anybody has to say. We have music and fate. Yeah. Yeah, you could be listening to music while you work out, but this kind of just feels like the rhythm with music, like the cadence or the rhythm or the beat or the beat of your own drum. Like you're moving to the beat of your own drum, Pisces. Doesn't matter what anyone has to say about it. What's this karmic partner reverse? Self-employment, new love, fitness. Yeah, Two of Pentacles. Creating balance. Ten of Wands. And the Magician. Yeah, that was that energy I was feeling earlier when I was talking about how you could feel that someone's trying to force something on you or back you into a corner or something like that. A lot of y'all could be lifting weights, working out. Behind the scenes, there could be a transformation taking place, or you're balancing a lot of projects at work or in your business. You're manifesting a lot of things behind the scenes. What else is this? Karmic partner reverse, self-employment, new love, fitness, Four of Cups, Knight of Wands. Yeah, it's like there's an energy of people who are being sent towards you to cause dysfunction or to cause an imbalance or to cause some type of disappointment or like make you discouraged about all of these good things that you're doing, but you're meant to be doing these things. So like, don't ever let anybody make you question yourself and your decisions. Yeah, Knight of Swords. Somebody is rushing in because they want to tell you how they feel disappointed about what you're doing. And it's like they want to go back and forth and argue. And I just feel like, no. Hell no. Hell no. Anything else? Any final messages for Pisces in this situation? Wow. Community and toil and labor. Interesting. Message and expectation. Yeah. Yeah. What is this? One more card. What is this? Community and toil and labor? Coffin. Kind of came out in the reverse. There seems like there's a situation that you feel like is hopeless, or somebody's trying to make you think a situation is hopeless. Yeah, but false person. Somebody's trying to bring something back up from the past that you've already moved on from. Or somebody's trying to act like you're not going to get anywhere with what you're doing, but this person is false. The intention behind what it is that they're doing, they're trying to hide that. And then we have the Lovers. Just be careful of people who come into your life as lovers who give you heebie-jeebies, bad vibes, you guys. This feels like a person from the past who's trying to revitalize a connection with you. Or somebody who's coming around you trying to say things and do things that bring up the past or remind you of the past. Whatever the fuck that shit is. Move on. Let it go. I feel like that's what y'all are doing. Honestly. And you're making good choices. And you know it's going to work out. But it kind of feels like somebody's trying to make you question if it's going to work out. But they're not God. Yep. Ace of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, and the Moon. Yep. Things are shifting underneath the surface. Five of Pentacles. And it's like whatever's going on underneath the surface, I feel like is a situation where it's being hidden from other people. And it may even be hidden from you, because like it may come off to other people that you're not getting anywhere, or that you're not doing anything with your life, that you haven't moved on from the past, or that you haven't learned from your mistake. Whatever this is, I don't care. It may look like that to other people, because those are the types of people who want to trigger you into being ashamed of what you're doing, or they want to trigger you into changing your mind, or they want to trigger you into feeling like you're out of control, or that you need to listen to them in order for your life to be under control. And it's like, no. There is a boundary here. There's a barrier. There's some type of isolation or abandonment that's happening on your part towards these people, so that you can keep whatever you're doing behind the scenes secret. You're not telling someone your secrets because you know that they're going to try to control the situation. And there's a shift happening unbeknownst to these people, where you're becoming very blessed in your life, or you're having a lot of things be given to you. You're having a lot of approval from God, from source, from spirit. Because secretly behind the scenes, there's a person here who's false, who like will be angry about this, or they want to know about it so that they can ruin it. And it's like, spirit is like, no, no fucking way. So even if we have to hide this from Pisces, or even if we have to like, you know, kind of cover your eyes, we're going to do that so that this person doesn't read you. Because the Magician kept coming up, and it really feels like this is somebody who kind of can read you, or, you know, because you are very transparent. We saw the Star card. I feel like a lot of you guys are very transparent, or you're very like open. And this is, you know, could be somebody who's trying to make you feel embarrassed or ashamed. And so spirit is like guiding you intuitively towards what it is that you want to do. And you're making decisions that ultimately will lead you to a positive result and lead you towards whatever you're meant to have. But it's like they're not giving you the play-by-play. They're not giving you the you know, it's like football when the coaches run plays and they cover their mouth with the little thing so that can't nobody read their lips. It's like spirit is giving you the plays from an intuitive standpoint, but they're not giving you the plays that they're going to play next in the playbook, so that can't nobody like try to, so that can't nobody try to like read your energy, or, you know, hack into your psychic abilities and see what's coming next for you. That's what that feels like to me. And you guys need to know that you're protected in that way. I was very mellow this whole reading, you guys. Like, I didn't get hype or very, like, animated at all a lot during this reading. So it feels like this is a situation that may have upset you in the past, but it's kind of like a non-factor at this point. Just because people want to be judgmental towards you or project onto you doesn't mean that you're actually going to respond to it. So I think this is a testament to how you passed this test, or it's a testament to how far you've come, how much progress you've made. What's the advice for these wonderful Pisces people? Declutter. It says, I am surrounded only by what I need and love. Yeah. So people who don't fulfill you or people who try to put you down aren't going to be a part of that. It says the angels want you to know the best way to declutter your home, your workspace, and your life is to take things one small step at a time. Combined, small steps will lead to big improvements that will be easier to maintain over the long run. Okay. Small steps, baby steps. Okay, flow. Again, we got another flow. Things happen when they are supposed to. This is a reminder from your angels to trust in the flow of the universe and to allow... Wait, not always. Did y'all watch that reading? Trust the flow of the universe and to always follow your intuition when making decisions. With positive changes and opportunities on the horizon, now is a great time for you to take action and move forward in your life. So they want you to follow that intuitive nudge to go with a certain flow, to go in a certain direction, because they're going to bring you on that wave. They're going to bring you to shore. So all you have to do is just ride the flow and relax. You don't have to worry about like how everything is going to end up taking place. All you have to do is make space and follow that flow. Fairy wings. Didn't we get the same advice the other day? What is going on? My inner child is happy and carefree. Do you ever feel like a lost child wandering aimlessly through life? Do you feel you've forgotten how to be truly happy and carefree? The angels are asking you to play, have fun, and let go of the adult seriousness you have been carrying around. And you know what I saw with that? I saw that with the Sun card and the Lovers over here with the Nine of Cups reversed. And I think somebody sees you as arrogant for that. Like, I think you're already doing that. I feel like you guys are already like implementing and incorporating those types of like carefree, childlike natures within you because you have the Page of Cups right here with your energy. And I feel like you're protecting that with the Nine of Wands from people who want to try to abuse that or use that to their own benefit or whatever it is. You're protecting that. And I think what's hidden in this situation is that because you're happy, other people are very upset. And that's crazy. So all you have to do is just continue to focus on like clearing things from your life that don't serve you, continuing to follow your intuition. You guys are really on a good path. And I feel like there's going to be a celebration in the near future that somebody is going to try to make you feel is not a victory, right? Like, a victory that you're having, a false person may try to make you feel like this victory isn't good when it actually is very monumental for you. Whether it's success in your business, new love, continued self-care, self-love, and improved fitness or health, like whatever this is, it's kind of like if you go to a holistic healer and, maybe you've been struggling with some type of medical condition. Again, I'm not a doctor, lawyer, or psychologist. Please don't take this as medical advice. The disclaimer is below, and I know it might be irritating to say it, but I have to say it for legal reasons, you guys. You may go to a holistic healer, for example, and they cure you of some type of medical condition. I'm not saying that you should do this, but just hypothetically. And then people around you start to wonder why, or people around you start to ask questions, or people around you start to notice that this took place. And then they tell you, okay, that's a little sketchy. Don't trust that holistic method. You need to listen to what your doctor says, right? but you feel the healing or you feel the change in your body because you do the holistic thing. But again, like, who's that man who created Apple? Was it Steve Jobs or something? I don't know who that man was, but I know he was dealing with some type of cancer or something like that. And he went to some holistic healers and it ended up just progressing and getting worse. And then that's why he passed away, because he didn't like listen to his doctors. So there's two sides to each coin. You guys got to understand, when I say something, you have to have balance when you listen to what, you can't be fucking delusional. So it's like, that could be, I feel like you understand that perspective that someone has, though. It's like, that could be it's not exactly like that, but that's what it feels like. If you have something going on and you go do some holistic healing and it may not cure you, but it improves your overall demeanor and it improves your overall perspective and mindset about your life. But then somebody who's kind of being negative wants to come in and shit on that because their experience in that situation was negative. It's like they automatically want to group you in the same category with them so that your experience is negative, but that's not the case. So it's like, you don't have to listen to them. You get what I'm saying? Unless it's your doctor. Okay? I'm not trying to tell any of you guys to not listen to your doctor's advice. That's not what I'm doing. But I hope that you can, I try to be as diplomatic and responsible as possible with my influence, you guys. So that's why I'm being very cautious of what I say and trying to explain it fully so that none of you guys are confused as to my intention or what I'm trying to portray. But I hope that helps you guys to understand kind of like what this is going on and why. Because I think this is something that you've started doing recently or something that you haven't been doing for very long, but you're about to see results. Like, maybe you haven't seen the results yet, but you're about to see the results of this. And I don't think you should let anyone convince you of anything other than what your intuition is telling you. So I hope that helped you guys. Be sure to like and subscribe to continue to catch the vibe. Book your readings today. You guys get in the comments. Let me know if it resonated, how it resonated, or anything that you want to share with your fellow Pisces that could possibly help them on their journey. I appreciate you guys so much for being here. Shout out to all of you guys. I hope the reading helped. And remember, Pisces, this is our circle booze. Bye.